Asha Verma had left India with bright hopes, believing Dubai's shining skyline could give her the future she dreamed of. She worked as a night shift nurse in Al Noor Medical Complex, a place where exhaustion lived in every hallway and silence carried the weight of 1,000 unspoken stories. She was known for her calm smile, her steady hands, and her habit of sitting alone on the rooftop during breaks, staring at the glittering city below as if searching for something she had lost long ago. Life changed the day she met Dr. Karim, a brilliant but introverted surgeon who rarely talked to anyone unless necessary. Their conversations began with routine medical discussions, then slowly grew into late-night coffee breaks, exchanged smiles, and moments that lingered longer than they should have. A bond formed quiet, secret, forbidden. Asha knew the risks: a workplace scandal, broken trust, judgment from every direction. But something about the surgeon's vulnerability made her heart ignore every warning. Their meetings became the only warmth in Asha's lonely life. Yet Karim was troubled. He carried shadows from his past failures he never revealed, burdens he couldn't share. Sometimes he pulled close, sometimes he vanished for days, leaving Asha confused and restless. She sensed danger in his silence but didn't know how close. Tragedy truly stood. One stormy night, Asha didn't show up for her shift. By morning, her friends thought she had overslept. By noon, they assumed she was sick. But by evening, whispers began circulating. No one knew that somewhere inside the coldest room of the hospital, something unimaginable was waiting to be discovered. The morgue technician, Farid, began his usual routine, logging names, checking storage units, and preparing reports for the day's arrivals. But as he opened one of the compartments, he froze. Inside was a woman he recognized instantly, Asha Verma. She lay still, her skin pale under the cold lights, her wrist still wearing her hospital ID bracelet. But something was terribly wrong. Her entry wasn't recorded. No paperwork existed. No one had declared her dead. Farid stumbled back and called security. Within minutes, the hospital buzzed with alarms, confusion, and rising panic. Nurses gathered in the hallway, whispering in disbelief. Doctors denied knowing anything. The administration tried to silence rumors. Before they escaped the building, Karim arrived last. His face turned white when he saw the scene. His hands shook, and he couldn't speak. People watched him with suspicion, some out of fear, others out of curiosity. A secret relationship between a nurse and a surgeon was enough to spark gossip. But this was something darker. Authorities questioned everyone. CCTV footage revealed Asha entering the basement area hours before her shift, but NO footage showed her leaving. Then came the shocking discovery. The security system had experienced a mysterious malfunction that same night. Doors locked on their own, temperature controls altered, and cameras went offline for 7 minutes. Exactly when Asha disappeared, Karim was interrogated separately. He admitted he had argued with Asha the night before. She had wanted to end the secret affair. He wanted more time. His story only deepened suspicion. Though he insisted he had left her unharmed, the hospital tried desperately to hide the scandal, but the truth was already slipping through cracks. Asha's fate was no longer just a tragedy, it was becoming a mystery wrapped in fear, betrayal, and unanswered questions. For 3 days, investigators reconstructed Asha's final movements. The malfunctioning security doors became the key. Someone had manually overridden the system, a person with high-level access. Suspicion circled around Karim, but evidence remained thin. He had no access to the morgue controls and no reason to be in the basement. Still, his emotional breakdown kept authorities watching him closely. Meanwhile, Farid discovered something overlooked. A faint trail of frost on the floor leading from the storage units to a utility door. Behind it lay an emergency freezer room used only during extreme power outages. Asha had somehow ended up inside that room. The investigators traced fingerprints, checked logs, and identified the person who last opened that restricted door, senior maintenance officer who had disappeared the same night. When they finally tracked him down, he confessed under pressure. He had seen Asha upset and wandering the basement corridor. Curious and assuming she needed privacy, he opened the door for her without realizing the automatic lock would seal behind her. When the power glitch hit minutes later, cold systems activated, trapping her inside at sub-zero temperatures. The man panicked, feared losing his job, and ran, never reporting what had happened. Aisha had not been murdered. She had not been hidden intentionally. It was a chain of tragic mistakes. Silence, and fury choice leading her deeper into the cold. Kareem wept when the truth came out. He blamed himself for not checking on her, for letting their last conversation end in anger, for a love story that shouldn't have existed but did. The hospital faced severe repercussions. The maintenance worker was charged with negligence, and Ash's name became a painful reminder that sometimes tragedies are not born from evil, but from human weakness. In the quiet of the morgue where her story ended, her memory remained fragile, heartbreaking, and frozen in time.